All right, let's get one thing straight. This is not going to be some gentle, feel-good chat. No. This is a forensic dissection of a spiritual plague. We are treating this whole mess like a crime scene, and I'm here to present the evidence, piece by painful piece. And don't get it twisted. The verdict? It's already been handed down by the immutable laws of energy, laws that, frankly, could not care less about your feelings. All I'm doing here is reading the charges and delivering the final sentence. So yeah, you better listen up. Okay, let's get into it. Our investigation begins right at the scene of the crime. See, a fundamental cosmic law has been violated, not just once, but over and over, with a level of negligence that is just staggering. This is not some innocent little mistake. This is a foundational crime against yourself and against the sacred. And this right here, this is the murder weapon. This isn't a suggestion, people. It's spiritual physics. Service without a balanced energy exchange isn't compassion. It is self-harm disguised as holiness. You are literally dissolving your own life force, hemorrhaging your spiritual energy, all for what? A few pathetic crumbs of validation? So now we have to identify the perpetrator. It's time to profile our primary subject. And let's be brutally honest. This is not a healer. This is not a guide. This is a specimen whose entire spiritual life is a performance, not a practice. So, meet the emotional vending machine. And this just paints the whole pathetic picture, doesn't it? We're talking about someone who is emotionally starved, whose only well of self-worth ran dry years ago. That messy bun, it isn't a hairstyle. It's a white flag of surrender on a life that just orbits around laundry and lukewarm marriages. They fawn all over their clients, mistaking their own desperate, clawing neediness for intuition. It's a sad little pantomime of wisdom that they absolutely do not possess. So the bottom line is this, and this isn't a metaphor. It's a clinical diagnosis. They are not healers. They are a machine you put praise into to get a cheap, half-baked answer out. They are just sitting there praying someone, anyone, will press their button for a quick hit of validation. That's it. End of story. Which, of course, brings us to the motive. Why? Why do they do it? Let's make this crystal clear. This is not kindness. It's not some noble desire to serve. It is a deep, corrosive pathology. It's a spiritual sickness that infects every single thing it touches. And here it is, laid bare for all to see. Number 1, chronic validation deficiency. They're addicts just jonesing for a cheap hit of "you're so gifted" from a total stranger. 2, pure, unadulterated escapism. I mean, it is so much easier to solve fake problems for Susan in Ohio than to face the rotting marriage in your own kitchen, right? 3, a pathetic addiction to emojis. Those little praying hands and sparkles, that's their crack pipe. And 4, my personal favorite, the delusion of priesthood. This sad little belief that they were chosen for the work, but, oh, so conveniently, never chosen to be paid for it. And then what happens? Oh, the inevitable. They have the absolute audacity to go online and complain. Oh, I'm just so drained. Drained? Of course you're drained. You sent out a handwritten invitation to every energy parasite within a 1,000-mile radius and served yourself up on a silver platter. What in the hell did you think was going to happen? But, it takes two to commit this particular crime, so let's turn that interrogation lamp on the other side of this toxic transaction. And make no mistake, these people are not victims. They are willing accomplices. They are co-conspirators in their own spiritual stagnation. Just look at the delusion on display here. On the left, you've got their little fantasy, healing, clarity, personal growth. And on the right, the grim reality they're actually signing up for, spiritual rot, soul debt, and a one-way ticket to permanent stagnation. You see, the cost of free is catastrophic. Begging for answers creates a soul debt that the universe will collect. And trust me, it charges compound interest. Free answers make you spiritually lazy, dependent. I mean, why do the hard work of actually changing your life when you can just ask another reader about Jason for the 37th time? You're gorging on spiritual junk food, and then you have the nerve to wonder why you're still miserable. And so, here we are. The verdict. The investigation is over. The evidence is overwhelming. It is time for the final, inescapable sentence. And listen, there is no negotiation. There is no appeal. There is only the cold, hard truth. First, the sentence for the reader. You lose your power. You are not sharing your gift, you are hemorrhaging it. With every single free reading, you give away another piece of yourself. dissolving into the void until there is absolutely nothing left. This isn't a theory, it's a spiritual law. Second, for this spiritual freeloader, you lose your growth. You think you're getting some kind of shortcut, but what you're really doing is cementing yourself in spiritual quicksand. You will remain permanently stunted, trapped in the same pathetic cycle because you refuse to invest in your own liberation. And third, for the craft itself, tarot loses its dignity. This sacred ancient art gets dragged right down into the bargain bin, devalued and disrespected by everyone involved in this sad, pathetic little charade. So remember this. Karma is waiting, and it keeps meticulous receipts for every single one of these toxic transactions. Believe me when I tell you, the bill always comes due. You see, in this game, there are no winners. Nobody wins. Everybody bleeds. Let that be the final, brutal truth you walk away with. Tarot is not a party trick for bored housewives. It is not a pacifier for spiritual infants who refuse to do their own work. It is a sacred tool that demands respect and a sacred exchange. Anything less is the crime we've examined today. Case closed.